Hello, Johnny.
Good to see you as always.
Thank you for joining us. I don't know if they heard that little bit because you don't have the mic right now, but it's good to be with you. Thank you for joining us to let us know about Imerman Angels. You're doing a fantastic job all around the country, actually all around the world. Tell us, what are these special Imerman Angels? What is it about?
We do. Thank you, Lulu. I'm flattered to do this and be here. And yes, we do help people all over the world. In France and England, I know two countries you've lived in. We help people all the time in those countries, as well as South America, as well as um, Europe, Asia, anywhere. I was diagnosed when I was 26 years old with testicular cancer. I had the most amazing mother. I had great friends. I had a lot of love and support. But there was one missing puzzle piece while fighting cancer in my 20s. I simply could not find another young adult who was a guy, who was an athlete, who would look me square in the eye and say, "Look, buddy, I've done this before. I get it because I've lived through it." And that's the friendship that I was looking for that I couldn't find. In my mind, the missing piece in the cancer world. So what we did, we got fired up with a group of other young adult survivors, and we created something called Imerman Angels together. It's unifying the cancer world. It's bringing survivors together so that when someone's diagnosed with any type of cancer, they call Imerman Angels, and we're going to partner them up with a survivor who's the same age, who's the same gender, who already beat the same cancer years ago, and says, "Been there, done that, crushed it. I'm back in the gym. I'm going to work. I'm living strong. I'm happy, and I'm cancer free." And that's what the guys need to hear in the clinic. The people that are fighting cancer need to know survivors. They need to be friends with us. We need to share our stories. Survivors need to give back. It's a one-on-one, peer-to-peer mentor program where survivors motivate, inspire, and empower these guys in the clinic. No one should fight this disease alone.
Wow, so this has spread all over the country. I mean, tell us when you started this and what is your vision with all this?
Yes, it has spread around very, very quickly. And my vision in the beginning was I knew that I could go into the clinic after I finished my own chemos and treatments, and I could talk to people and motivate them and help them one on one. But I knew we needed to scale it because there were kids and adults in Seattle, and there were people that were sick in Florida, and people in London and in Paris, and we got to get everybody. So I thought the vision was find more survivors, unite. Survivors unify. When survivors unify, we can move mountains. We can change this cancer world. So we found as many survivors as we could. We continuously want more survivors to join Imerman Angels, become an angel, become a mentor, and we grew to thousands and thousands of angels across the globe. And so today we're the largest network of survivors in the world, and the vision is we want to cover every single person diagnosed with cancer. So when they're diagnosed, they call us and we'll partner them up and get them inspired and motivated. We want to befriend every single one of them to make sure they get to that finish line and believe there is a finish line and understand along the way what's more likely to happen. Survivors know because we've been there.
So, because this is a very big part of fighting the cancer, isn't it? The having the love and the support, and yeah, that support, you need that ongoingly, and this is the best cure, really. I mean, this is the best medicine, isn't it? Love.
Absolutely, absolutely right, Lulu. Love is what we're all about. Friendships, empowering people, helping each other, working together. It's all about people helping people. And the beautiful thing about the cancer world, I'll tell you, is that these thousands of survivors join Imerman Angels to help people for no reward, zero reward. All they want is to give, be compassionate, and to give themselves and their life and their story and dig back up to help somebody else out. They want to see them get to the finish line and win their lives back, be a dad again, be a mom again, be a brother or a son again, get their lives back and get through the cancer. But it's all about love. It's all about working together. It's people helping people in the raw. That's what Imerman Angels is about. And survivors want to do it. They want to give back. That's the lifeblood of the organization.
So tell us about the support you got from the universe or source or whatever you want to call it, or even from people around you once you start following this dream and deciding to literally help thousands of people around the country and the world.
You know, we got a ton of support. No one could do this mission by themselves. And what we do is we go in, like I was today at the University of Chicago Cancer Center, talking to nurses and social workers and doctors, because they send us referrals, people that are sick with cancer that they treat at the University of Chicago. I want them to know that Imerman Angels is here. If they want to meet our survivors, it's free. And we're available to share our time and our resources and our knowledge to motivate them and help them. We also lean on groups like Live Strong, Lance Armstrong's Foundation, Leukemia Lymphoma Society, American Cancer Society, all these other cancer organizations that do wonderful causes and have great programs, but they don't do the one-on-one peer-to-peer matching. So we partner with them so they send us referrals and we can help them. There's no way we could build this largest one-on-one peer-to-peer matching system for cancer in the world without help from cancer partners, from hospitals, from friends like you, Lulu. People talk about it, they spread the word, they email their friends, they wear a t-shirt, they get a wristband, they get a water bottle like this right here. You know, they do anything they can. Thank you. They do anything they can to spread the word because it's all free. Let people know about us and take advantage of this service. We want to help every single one of them.
So what was for you the biggest challenges in this whole process in putting this together? Did you had to overcome something yourself, or just the love was so big that it just came?
You know, it's a great question, Lulu. When you love it so much, you don't give up. And I say to anyone listening out there today, choose what you love in life. You know, I went through cancer twice, at 26 and 28, 5 months of chemo, several surgeries. I have an 11-inch surgery through my stomach to remove 4 tumors behind my kidneys. And what all that taught me, among other things, is you got to sometimes be knocked down to ground zero. As we just talked about a second ago off camera, you got to be knocked down all the way sometimes to look at your life and say it's not forever. Choose to do what you love, because if you love it and it's something that's good and positive and helps people, you're going to be the best at it. You're going to have the biggest impact. You're going to wake up every day at 6 in the morning and be fired up to help people or do what you do. And it could be baseball. It could be being a sculptor. It could be helping people with cancer or MS or diabetes. But what you love, we're all the best at. And I'm a huge believer that that's how to live life. Our biggest challenge, to answer your question, our biggest challenge by far is simply awareness and exposure. Because we've built this amazing network of survivors. Every day they're being matched up and partnered up and helping people. But let's say someone in Seattle or someone in Vancouver doesn't know about us and they fight cancer, we can't help them if we don't know them. If they don't know us, we can't help them. So anyone listening out there who can spread the word, if you know someone, your cousin, your college roommate, anyone fighting cancer alone, tell them about Imerman Angels. We will be on it. Our staff is right down the street here, on the phones, survivors themselves, matching these people up with other survivors to help them out. But that's our biggest challenge, is getting the word out, awareness and exposure. We can help anyone with cancer.
So what are the steps for somebody that is, in this case, that is looking for help, that has cancer? What are the different, what's happening for them? How can they contact you, and how do they go about it?
It's a great question. What to do? If you know someone with cancer, send them to imermanangels.org, which is www.imermanangels.org on my shirt. So if people go to the website, that's the best way to get registered. They create an online profile. You click Get Support. It's very straightforward. You will create a profile. It takes about 5 or 10 minutes. Let's say you have throat cancer. You type that in. It's very simple. Your contact information, you type that in. It flows through to our office. One of our survivors in the office will pick up the phone and call you and get to know you, and then match you with someone in this world who beat also throat cancer, who's also your age, who says, I've been there, I get it, I'll walk you through it step by step by step. There is a finish line. We're going to get you there, and I'm here with you to the end. So that's the best way to go online. If you don't have internet access, don't worry about that for a second. You can always call us at toll-free 866-IMERMAN, I-M-E-R-M-A-N. And our main number, if you want to use the local number, you can do that too, 312-274-5529. But that's the same thing as toll-free 866-IMERMAN. But we just want to help more people. If you know someone, or you know a survivor, you know, a big part of Lulu also is if you know a survivor who wants to give back. We want every survivor we can find, because every one of us can help. Every one of us has a story of inspiration. When given to the right person at the right time, can move a mountain.
And how about for people that don't have cancer but are really moved and touched by what you just said right now? How can they help?
You are great. I'm glad you asked that, because yes, if you haven't had cancer, thank God. We're glad to hear that. We don't want anyone to have cancer. But if you haven't had it but you still believe in the power of what we're doing to help people with cancer, which in America is the #1 killer as of last year in our country, if you can still help. You can go online and get a t-shirt. They're $10. We make them as cheap as we can. So none of the money goes to the charity. Actually, it's 100% at cost where we pay for the t-shirts. So we can make them cheap enough so people can wear them. Wear a t-shirt, spread the word. People will ask you what your t-shirt means. What is Imerman Angels? You can get wristbands online. You can get water bottles again online. You can email all your friends. You can follow us on Facebook at Imerman Angels, or Twitter or MySpace. If you help us spread the word, someone out there will be alone, scared, terrified, fighting cancer. Use this service. That's one life. Every life that we can change, we can help them. So we thank anyone for helping us spread the word, Imerman Angels. We just want everyone to know it's a one-on-one matching system for the cancer world.
Can you share with us finally one thing that you have learned from all this experience? One thing, one message that you want to leave us, all of us, with?
Yes, one thing I've learned is that life is about giving back. Life is about helping people with less. And I'm happier than I've ever been in my life. And cancer, as hard as it was going through it, in my late 20s was pretty much just chemos and surgeries and treatments. So I missed out on a lot of what normal kids do in their late 20s. But I will say this, if I had to do it all over again, I would. Because the lessons you learn, you live your life, you surround yourself with great people, honest, good-hearted friends, who care about the community, who want to give back. And the happiest people I know in this world, as I've learned, a lot of 60-year-old survivors that have been fighting cancer on and off for 30 years, you learn a lot of wisdom from them as well. And what you learn is life is helping others. And the more we help others, the more we do stuff for people that there's always someone has less than we do. The more we help them, the more we find ways to make the community better, the more we find joy, the more we find peace. And that's true for all cancer survivors. I really believe that. You give your story back to help other people, that's how you're going to find peace. You don't fear a relapse. I'm finally to the point where I don't fear my cancer coming back. Because all day what I do is find people, share my story to motivate them. You stop thinking about yourself. And I think that's one thing I've really learned through my cancer experience is the more you help others, the less you focus on what's wrong with yourself or what problems you have, because someone needs help in a more serious way right here, right now. And I think that's the healthiest way to live life. That's what life's about. That's why we're here, in my opinion. Thank you so much, Lulu. You're wonderful. And I wish you continued good health. I wish everyone else out there continued good health and to be well. And we look forward to helping anyone out there fighting cancer who needs us. That's why Imerman Angels is here.
Thank you. You're such an inspiration. And let me tell you guys, this guy is like this every day, all the time. Awesome. Thank you.